there, this is Sara Oehler with Soft Flex Company, and today I have a really great craft for your dinner table. This is great for a Thanksgiving meal, a Christmas meal, a New Year's meal, or whatever big family meal you happen to be having where you want to have just like a little bit more of a special decoration. So what I'm doing today is a napkin ring holder. So I've already made one so you can kind of get an idea of what this is going to look like. And basically, when I take it off the napkin, it's really simple. It's just sort of a doubled over version of a bracelet that I make quite often using our beading wire. So today I am using the Econoflex Pro, and I'm using it in our gold color in the medium diameter. It's a really pretty fall color. I'm doing these for Thanksgiving. So I really liked it, and I especially liked it with the contrast of the sort of icy blue napkins, which will match my dining room really nicely. So to get started, what you need are 3 strands of 16 inches of beading wire. And on one of those strands, you're going to want to string 35 size 11 seed beads, which I've done already. You can see I used an orange color, but you could by all means use different colored wire or beads, depending on your preferences. I'm going to go ahead and slide all 3 of these strands into a bead stopper, leaving, you know, a couple of inches at the very end. And then I can go ahead and straighten this guy out. I'm going to attach it to the macrame board by slipping the bead stopper back behind the macrame boards. You can see here what that kind of looks like. And then this is going to be really pretty easy once I get it all straightened out here at the bottom. I'm going to do a braid, which is just right over left, left over right, right over left, left over right. And as I'm doing that, you'll see the wires starting to form a braid. Now, one of these wires does have beads on it. So when it's on the right side, I'm going to feed a bead up and then go ahead and braid right over left, left over right, right over left. And then I'm going to feed a bead up again on the left side. So I'm going back and forth, adding a bead on each side whenever the strand with the beads is located on that side. And I'm going to do that down the entire length with all 35 seed beads. And I've already done that with another piece. So I'm going to slip this off and slip that on to save us a little bit of time. So this is what it'll look like when you've got the whole thing braided. Make sure you can see good. Okay, so when you've got the whole thing braided, this is what it's going to look like. You're just going to slip it back off this macrame board the same way it was put on. You can set that macrame board aside at this point. And now what we're going to do is we're going to take off the bead stoppers on both sides, and you are going to string all 3 wires on one side through a 3 by 3 millimeter crimp tube. And then you're going to take all 3 wires in the opposite direction of that 3 by 3 crimp tube, creating a big circle. And this is sort of like a bracelet that I would normally make, like a bangle bracelet. You may have seen that design before. I'm going to space this out just a little bit so that my seed beads are separated, so the crimp is where a seed bead normally would be. I'm using Mighty crimpers today, which are our largest crimping plier. They're perfect for a 3 by 3 crimp tube like this. 3 by 3s are awesome because you can do so many strands of wire through them, so it's a great way to do a multiple strand design like this. The Mighty crimpers work just the same way as the regular crimping pliers. They just have a larger crimper and a larger rounder. So I'm going to use the crimper first and gently compress to create a divot in my crimp tube. I'm going to turn it on its side into the rounder and gently compress again to go ahead and round that all in. And then I like to go around it a few times, just tightening it all down. Make sure it's all nice and tight. Now on this particular one, I am using the silver filled crimp tubes, or you can use sterling silver. We don't have them in a gold filled color. We do have a couple options. You can do a gold filled 4mm crimp cover, which will go over the 3x3s, or you can always paint it with a patina, which is what I did on this one. So I just took an orangey colored patina and painted it so that it somewhat matched the design. You can also just leave it silver and have it on the back side. I mean, these are, you know, for temporary use or, you know, infrequent use, so it's not too big of a deal. But if it bothers you, there are some options for changing that silver into a gold color. Once I have it crimped, I can go ahead and take the flush side of my cutters and slide it in real close to that crimp and trim the wire. Be real careful not to trim your design though. You want to slide in as close as you can get, but you don't want to harm your design. And then all I'm going to do is double this over, like so, doubled up. And once it's been in this shape for a little while, like this one has, it'll easily stay in that shape. And then last but not least, I'm going to add my finding or my charm. I'm using charms from Vintage today. They are their Vogue collection. The packaging looks like this. You can get them at a lot of different places. You can go to their website to find out where. But I'm using sort of some of these little like foresty animals that I think are really cute for the fall. They also have a lot of other options. I'll show you a few here in a minute. To open up this jump ring, I'm going to use my needle nose and my chain nose. You can use 2 chain nose or 2 needle nose, but the big thing is that you want to open it like sideways. Let me see if I can get in good like this. You don't want to open it out, but you want to open it sideways. And then I'm going to slip my wires into that jump ring. And this cute little charm will just look so sweet on the dinner table to make Thanksgiving extra special. And then there we go. We've got a second little guy to use at the dinner table. You could do multiple colors of seed beads too. You don't have to match every single one. You could change from white to red to green depending on which type of napkin you're going to use. And then I wanted to show you a few of these charms. So you could by all means use things like dragonflies. I think that would make a really cute summer napkin ring holder. And there's cute birds. There's a cute little bumblebee. Could do something like this with a leaf, and if you use the patinas, you can actually change the colors of the items so you can make them more of a fall color if you want. And not just Vintage is available, you can also use things from other companies. For instance, this is Tierra Cast. So here are a couple of charms that I could see looking super cute from a napkin ring holder. This one has a little tree on it. You could do a letter for the person's name. You could also do a crystal with a specific color. Any charm that you have would probably work well. And last but not least, one last idea, you can stamp on these. So imagine how cute that would be. Let's get our napkin here and slip this over the top of it. But imagine how cute that would be for your special dinner if you stamped a sweet gratitude message or Christmas message or New Year affirmation on the guy, and especially if you have good visitors, they can take it off and then wear it for the year. So lots of good ideas here for how you can personalize your dinner table and make it extra special using our Soft Flex Pro Econoflex. and just some simple braiding and crimping. If you liked all the information in this video and you would like to subscribe to our page, we would love that. You can subscribe to here on YouTube, or you can subscribe to us by liking our Facebook page. We post videos there usually about once a week, if not more. And if you want to learn more about our products, by all means, please do go to our website, which is www.softflexcompany.com.